In the silent theater of football, where legends are typically forged through years of patient trial and enduring triumph, an extraordinary phenomenon has rewritten the timeline. A boy, barely old enough to drive a car, stepped onto the hallowed turf of Camp Nou and instantly claimed his place, not just in the team, but in history. This is the chronicle of Lamine Yamal Nasraoui Ebana, the story of a prodigy who transformed from a whisper in the halls of La Masia into the thunderous roar of a global superstar. A journey of precocity that threatens to overshadow every established standard of success. Act 1. The unbearable weight of 15. The genesis of Lamine Yamal is rooted not in the glamour of Barcelona's metropolitan center, but in the humbler, vibrant neighborhood of Rocafonda, Mataró, where the last three digits of the local postcode, 08304, became the iconic hand sign of his future goal celebrations. Born in Esplugues de Llobregat to a Moroccan father and an Ecuadorian Guinean mother, Yamal's early life was marked by the fusion of cultures and the grounding reality of a working-class community. This environment, far from the polished perfection of a private school campus, instilled a visible hunger and grit that would become as integral to his identity as his natural talent. His football education began at a local club, CF La Torreta, before the unavoidable gravitational pull of FC Barcelona's famed academy, La Masia, brought him in at the tender age of 7. Here, within the legendary walls that shaped titans like Messi, Xavi, and Iniesta, the full measure of Yamal's gift began to manifest. He was not merely talented, he was an anomaly. Scouts and coaches spoke of a player whose technical mastery, close control, and audacious dribbling transcended his age groups. He possessed the quintessential La Masia DNA, a profound connection to the ball, an almost arrogant confidence in isolation, and a positional versatility that saw him evolve from a young striker to the inverted right winger where he would eventually shatter records. Yamal's ascent through the academy ranks was less a climb and more a vertical launch. He consistently played several years above his peer group, an early testament to his maturity and his ability to withstand physical pressure. The pivotal turning point arrived in September 2022, when then first-team manager Xavi Hernandez, a man intimately familiar with the demands of the Barcelona system, personally selected the 15-year-old to train with the senior squad. Xavi's belief was profound, and his words, comparing the young winger's innate talent and lack of fear to Lionel Messi himself, placed an almost unbearable weight of expectation on shoulders that had not yet fully broadened. The culmination of this rapid formative period came on April 29, 2023. Aged just 15 years, 9 months, and 16 days, Lamine Yamal stepped onto the pitch against Real Betis, becoming the youngest player in FC Barcelona's first-team history. It was a fleeting late-game substitution, but it was a historical demarcation point. The world had received its first formal introduction to a phenomenon in the making, a raw diamond from Rocafonda, polished by the exacting standards of La Masia, and now unleashed on the global stage. The formative years were complete, culminating not with the professional contract, but with the unforgettable moment of a dream made tangible.
We've chronicled a life lived in fast forward, watching Lamine Yamal transcend expectations and rewrite the record books before his 18th birthday. If you are captivated by this documentary-style journey into the life of a generational talent, we kindly ask for your support to help us continue this work. Every like, share, and comment on this video fuels the extensive research and cinematic effort required to bring you these authoritative football narratives. Your appreciation makes a difference and allows us to dig deeper into the legacies still being defined.
Act 2. The Center of Gravity. The 2023-2024 season marked the true ignition point, a breathtaking 12-month period where Lamine Yamal's name transitioned from prospect to powerhouse. What followed was not a gradual acclimatization, but a sustained campaign of record-breaking brilliance. He became the youngest player to start a La Liga game, the youngest to provide an assist, and, most tellingly, the youngest goal scorer in the entire history of the Spanish top flight. Every milestone established by legendary predecessors was not just matched, but dramatically lowered, as if the established parameters of footballing youth were simply irrelevant to him. His signature move, receiving the ball wide on the right flank, his left foot cocked, before using a burst of speed and a dizzying repertoire of dribbles to cut infield, became a nightmare for defenders across Europe. The fearlessness Xavi had noted was palpable. He did not simply participate in matches, he dictated them, even as a teenager, surrounded by international veterans. The year 2024 brought both club and international validation. At Barcelona, he was integral, proving a consistent creative force despite the team's broader structural challenges. His impact was officially recognized in October 2024, when, at the prestigious Ballon d'Or ceremony, he was awarded the Kopa Trophy, presented to the best young player in the world. This accolade was a unanimous global acknowledgement of his unprecedented early dominance. Yet, his finest performance that year was reserved for the international arena. In the summer of 2024, Yamal became the youngest player ever to participate in the European Championship, starting for Spain. He was electric throughout the tournament, providing moments of jaw-dropping creativity and decisive execution, including setting up crucial goals. He was duly named the Young Player of the tournament as Spain lifted the trophy, cementing his place in the nation's football folklore before he had even celebrated his 17th birthday. The following season, 2024-2025, elevated him further still. Under new tactical leadership at Barcelona, Yamal became the focal point of a dominant domestic campaign, culminating in a historic domestic treble: La Liga, the Copa del Rey, and the Spanish Super Cup. His statistics were staggering, reaching double digits in both goals and assists, a level of output that put him firmly into contention for the sport's ultimate individual prize. The whispers had become a declaration. Lamine Yamal was not just the future, he was the present.
Act 3. The new number 10. The most recent chapter of Lamine Yamal's astonishing story has seen him challenge the very pinnacle of the footballing hierarchy. His unparalleled consistency and trophy haul in the 2024-2025 season meant he was no longer merely nominated for the Ballon d'Or, he was a serious contender. At the 2025 Ballon d'Or ceremony in Paris, the sheer scale of his achievement was underscored by two monumental honors. First, and unprecedented, he retained the Kopa Trophy for 2025, becoming the first player in the award's history to win it twice in a row. This back-to-back victory officially confirmed him as the most dominant young player the award has ever seen. Secondly, and even more significantly, he finished as the runner-up for the men's Ballon d'Or. At just 18 years old, to stand on the podium alongside the eventual winner, Ousmane Dembélé, and the head of countless established megastars, was an act of generational defiance. It was a clear signal that the golden age of a new king had begun. His current status is one of undisputed global elite. Ahead of the 2025-2026 season, FC Barcelona conferred upon him the symbolic mantle of their greatest history by handing him the iconic number 10 jersey, the number worn by the very legend he is so often compared to, Lionel Messi. This move is not merely a number change. It is the club's acknowledgement that the future, and perhaps the immediate present, rests on his left foot. Yamal's legacy, still only in its foundational stage, is already multifaceted.
On the pitch, it is defined by precocity and record-shattering dominance. He has compressed a decade's worth of milestones into a mere 2 years. He is the symbol of La Masia's enduring, peerless ability to produce genius. Off the pitch, he is establishing a reputation for remarkable humility, acknowledging his roots and the pressure he carries with a maturity that belies his age. His dedication, his focus, and his public grace stand as a beacon for aspiring footballers everywhere. That raw talent, when matched with relentless work ethic and a humble heart, can transcend all expectations. Lamine Yamal is not a generational talent. He is an entirely new generation of talent. His story is a thrilling reminder that in football, the laws of time are often subordinate to the genius of a single special player. He has already defined the legacy of an era, and he is only just getting started. A comet streaks across the night sky, burning brighter than any star before it. Lamine Yamal is that comet, a blinding flash of brilliance that promises to illuminate the footballing world for years to come.
The story of Lamine Yamal is a stunning reminder that talent, when paired with immense resolve, can demolish the constraints of time. At just 18, he has achieved what many players never manage in a lifetime, culminating in 2 Kopa Trophies and a Ballon d'Or runner-up finish. His legacy is no longer theoretical, but tangible and globally recognized. So, here is the question we leave you with. Considering his age and current trajectory, what specific, single milestone, a trophy or an individual award, do you believe will ultimately define the moment Lamine Yamal completes his ascent to the undisputed greatest of his era? Drop your thoughts and predictions in the comments below. If you enjoyed this deep dive, please subscribe for more definitive football stories. Like the video and share this chronicle with a fan who appreciates history in the making.